What causes insomnia? Most people assume sleep is inevitable. Stay awake long enough and eventually your brain gives up. It certainly feels that way after an all nighter. Your eyelids become heavy, your reaction slows, and your thoughts become foggy. The longer you are awake, the stronger the urge to sleep. So here is the contradiction. If sleep pressures keeps increasing every hour you're awake, why do millions of people lie in bed for hours without falling asleep? Something doesn't add up here. The first clue came from a molecule called adenosine. Every hour you're awake, adenosine accumulates in the brain. It's one of the main reasons you become sleepy throughout the day. By night, the concentration is so high that staying awake should become increasingly difficult. That explains why caffeine works. It does not create energy, it blocks adenosine from delivering its message. So far, everything might make sense until insomnia enters the picture. Because people with chronic insomnia often have extremely high sleep pressure, yet they remain awake. If adenosine is telling the brain to sleep, what is telling it to stay awake? Researchers eventually realized they were looking at the wrong system. Sleep is not controlled by a single switch, it's a competition. One network builds the drive to sleep, another network keeps you alert. Normally, as night approaches, the wake promoting system gradually quiets down. In insomnia, it often doesn't. Brain imaging studies found that people with chronic insomnia show increased activity in regions involved in attention, emotional processing, and threat detection, even when they are trying to sleep. Sleep specialists call this hyperarousal, not because these people have more energy, because the brain behaves as if it's still on duty. Stress, caffeine, pain, bright light, and anxiety, they seem like completely different problems. They are not. Each activates the brain's wake promoting system through a different pathway. Stress activates the stress response, caffeine blocks adenosine, light delays the circadian clock, pain continually signals the nervous system. Different triggers one outcome, the wake system keeps winning. But chronic insomnia revealed another surprise. The problem is not always what happens during the day. Sometimes the brain begins learning the wrong association. After enough nights spent awake in bed, the bedroom itself can become a cue for alertness. Researchers borrowed a concept called classical conditioning. Just as a repeated association can make a particular smell trigger a memory, repeated sleepless nights can teach the brain that bed is where wakefulness happens. This explains why one of the most effective treatments for chronic insomnia seems counterintuitive. Instead of lying in bed trying harder to sleep, patients are often told to leave the bed if they remain awake. The goal is not simply to induce sleep, it's to break this learned association between the bed and wakefulness. So, what causes insomnia? Insomnia emerges whenever the brain's wake-promoting system continue overriding the mechanisms that normally allow sleep. Stress, caffeine, and anxiety, pain, disrupted circadian rhythms, medical conditions, and learned association all reach the same destination through different routes. The brain remains awake even when the body is ready to sleep.